Think you know what Revision 3 should do to be the #1 video site on all of internet? You bet you do! Then make your voice heard at our new survey to help guide our programming decisions and better reach our advertisers at revision3.com/survey. You can even say that you want my show to be canceled, and because all the answers are strictly confidential, I won't be able to hunt you down in the night as you cower like a scared little animal that's messed itself in terror. Oh, and when you finish the survey, you'll see a wildly hot photo of Kevin Rose's dream girl, the girl he thinks about in the night. Now, let's get infected.
Children, they sure are cute, but sometimes they're also wild, a little too wild. And sometimes, in extreme cases, your child can even go feral, becoming a threat to you, the rest of your family, and even your pets. When this happens, you're going to need a Gatling tensile strength steel child cage. Manufactured by hand in China, our cages use only the finest tensile strength steel, guaranteeing that they'll stand up to even the wildest rampages from your feral halfling or wolf boy child.
When Kenny went feral, we tried everything. Beating him, depriving him of food, even locking him in the basement. But he just chewed right out. Not anymore. Our Gatling steel child cage keeps him right where he should be. Out back, in the cage.
God damn it! It ain't feeding time, boy!
Honey, give me another fruit roll-up. He's chewing through the bars again.
Get out!
Gatling, there's no substitute for safety. Don't just get your wailing half-boy, half-wolf child behind bars, get them behind Gatling steel, and get your home back under control. Order now and receive this Gatling Wild Child Zip Run line at no extra charge. Allow 8 to 20 days for delivery. Assembly not included.
Infected.
Hello and welcome to Infected, the IPTV equivalent of that cousin who never gets invited to family gatherings anymore after what he did to your aunt's dog that one horrible Thanksgiving. I'm Internet's Martin Sargent. I can't fucking believe what he did to that dog, man.
You gotta teach them untrainable curs who's boss, man. You can't just...
You blaming the dog?
Yeah, man. I don't care.
After what the cousin did to the dog?
Yeah, that three-legged little cur. I'd kick that fucking thing. He's got...
I'm joined, as always, by the only man who would join me, as always, the Gator. How you doing, Gator?
I'm good, buddy. How are you?
I'm hanging in. I'm drinking a little bit of the juice here, you know, the antioxidants.
You look wonderful tonight.
I am just glowing.
Little Jesus juice.
I am just glowing.
Good for you.
Gator, how many times you been arrested?
Oh, shit, man. Well, including that time last week when you had me arrested out in the front yard there where I tried to stab you with a penknife after... I think I maybe tried to take a shit on your...
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did.
Well...
What did you expect me to do?
I don't know, man, but I mean, I had to go down to county for that. That made...
I'm damn glad you had to go down to county. You were out there raving like a fucking lunatic in your drawers.
We could have settled that a different way.
No, not at the time we couldn't have.
Well, to answer your question, that made 19, I think.
You know, PCP gives people superhuman strength.
I ain't doing on that PCP, man. I was just...
19 times you've been arrested. 19 times. And at least how many times since we started this show?
Not but 3.
Not but 3. Regardless, 3 times. That proves to you how unpopular this show is, because he's been arrested 3 times since we started this show, yet never once has your mugshot appeared on thesmokinggun.com.
Well,
if this show was popular, you're goddamn right, your mugshot would have appeared on thesmokinggun.com by now.
I'm glad it didn't.
Well, the question is, I used to be television's Martin Sargent. I used to be a big popular television star. Now I'm Internet's Martin Sargent. Do you think that if I were to get arrested, my mugshot would appear on thesmokinggun.com?
No.
Fuck you.
I don't think it would.
I don't either. I don't either. I don't care what crime I committed.
Buddy.
If I burst into a Starbucks like a sawed-off shotgun, like completely smeared in blood and feces and fully erect, I still don't think, in full view of the security camera, I still wouldn't get up on thesmokinggun.com. I might do it.
I'd do like a coffee bean and tea leaf before I get a Starbucks like that.
It might be my only way to get on television again, to commit a crime like that.
You could get on one of them Predator shows.
That's what I'm talking about. You know that show, Dateline NBC, To Catch a Predator?
Who's that? With that Flip Saunders or what's that?
I don't know what the fuck his name is, but I'm thinking of
Stone Phillips. Get in there. If I was me, I'd be like, you know what, Stone Phillips, the jig is up. You got me. Now I'm gonna tear your fucking out. Go over the table at him like that, just like, cause you know what's gonna happen. I ain't gonna go out in the yard and have them camo fuckers tackle me. I'm gonna go right across the table at that fucker and like that, you know. I'll be like, I know they're camo fuckers out in the yard, Stone Phillips.
I'm in the AOL chat rooms.
Right here now, buddy.
I'm spending all this time in the AOL chat rooms trying to find 13-year-old girls to chat up. Trying to find the one that I know is a fed so I can show up at Flip Saunders' fucking house where they got this stakeout so I can end up on the television again. It's the only way I'm going to end up on the TV.
All the young girls are kind of like, nah, that dude's kind of lame.
Yeah, like I can't even get cast. I can't even get cast into Catch a Predator.
They're like, I'm going to go with Ahmed. Some of the other dude's trying to hit on me.
Fuck that.
Oh, well.
I bring this all up for a reason. I don't really want to chat up 13-year-old girls in the AOL chat room.
No, you don't. Trust me.
No, really. But I bring this all up because of a story I saw on Dig.com. You know, that site that Kevin Rose, that fucking filthy rich fucker, started. Really popular. Anyway, he started this website, Dig.com, and it's got all these great stories up there. So I'm looking at it the other day. And there's this story about this guy who apparently the day after Christmas, he broke into somebody's house. And the police caught him wearing the clothing of the guy's mother in the house. Now, the reason he ended up... I mean, that's something we've all done, right?
Sure.
We've all done that. That's not the reason he ended up on Dig.com. Thank you, Dave Chung, our creepy fucking ass cameraman there. Thought Joey was creepy.
Dave's in your mom's dress right now. The fuck is that, buddy?
Looking good. Looking good, Dave. Anyway, so this story ends up there. The reason he's up there is not because of the crime, but look at his mugshot. The mugshot... He looks strikingly similar to Beavis from Beavis and Butthead. Look at this guy. I mean, it's Beavis. That's Beavis.
When I was a kid, we used to call that an 8-head.
An 8-head?
Instead of a 4-head, he got an 8-head. He got about a 10-head. That motherfucker, what the hell's going on with his head?
What's on his forehead? Can anyone offer an explanation? All these scars up on his forehead there? I don't know. He must have been in some horrible accident there. The same accident that robbed him of his eyebrows, apparently.
The only thing he forgot to do is carve a pentagram into that forehead or something.
You know, this is why I love the internet. Because once you think that you've hit rock fucking bottom, something like this shows up on the internet and it makes you feel really a lot better about yourself. I'm not that bad off.
It makes you feel
alive. My career's over. Yeah, I'm doing this fucking filthy show that no one watches. But I'm not this Beavis-looking guy with all the scar tissue on my forehead and no eyebrows on Dig.com.
Not yet.
I can't even get on Dig.com.
That guy's
I gotta rob that Starbucks after all. Anyway,
he's keeping a stiff upper lip through this whole thing, isn't he?
Speaking of making yourself feel a lot better about your own life, Joey, he's obviously no longer with us here on the Sargecast, and there's been a lot of talk, a lot of discussion, a lot of conspiracy theories about where Joey has gone. Well, the truth is, Joey, he's no longer on the show. He moved back to San Francisco. He abandoned us, and now he's running camera for Big Nation. Another success story from Kevin Rose, that filthy fat fucking mother.
Just let it go, buddy.
Yeah, I know. Right. It's hard. You know, I was his mentor. I basically taught him everything.
You're doing your own thing now, buddy.
Yeah. Anyway, so what I did was, to preserve Joey's memory on the show, I installed a camera. Joey doesn't know this, but I installed this little camera in Joey's glasses, and I can.
I helped you a little bit there.
Yeah. Anyway, I installed this camera in Joey's glasses, and all I got to do is type in the right IP address here into the camera and press the right buttons, and we can find out what Joey is doing day or night at any time,
unbeknownst to him,
thanks to the magical technology of the Joey Cam. So let me just hit return, and let's see what Joey's doing. Oh, okay. It appears, you see his straggly hair. It appears Joey is in some kind of a drugstore. There's his hair hanging over the... That's vast. He's just filling his shopping basket with jar.
Oh, wait, hold up. What's wrong with his hands, man? He's got some weird looking...
Maybe that's why he's getting the Vaseline to,
rub on them
those claw hands. I don't think so, though. I think the Vaseline is definitely going to go on the hands, but not for the sake of healing whatever skin... Good. What's he doing with all that petroleum jelly?
He's probably going to slather his body down so he can slide into your drywall and watch you while you sleep.
I shudder to think what he's going to do.
Around in there
it's a fucking horrifying image. May not have been a good idea to install that camera in Joey's glasses.
Well, I like it, man. We get to watch Joey out without him.
Do we
knowing.
really want that to happen?
And you'll never figure it out because Lord knows
this is going to be like the innocent part. Just there's going to be a time when he's actually using that Vaseline, and we're going to turn on this camera, and that's what I'm worried about.
I wonder if he keeps his glasses on for stuff like that.
Well, anyway, let's try to cleanse our minds of this unpleasantness by checking in with another interview from former internet phenom. People have been wondering what he's up to. Well, we sent a camera crew and a freelance producer to find out. This is Evil Bert in part 2 of our interview session with him to find out what he's been up to. Here's Evil Bert.
So, Bert, it seems like you have a problem with a lot of people on Sesame Street. I mean, do you have a problem with people on Sesame Street?
Yeah, I'll tell you a story about that. Other night, I'm laying in bed, trying to rub one out to the new issue of Club International. You know, the one with Jesse Jane and an all-girl four-way. I mean, it's some hot, wet shit. When I hear something in the kitchen. And it ain't Ernie, because I can hear him snoring in the bed next to me, which you'd think would ruin my J.O. session, but Jesse Jane is just that fucking hot. So I'm like, who the fuck's in my kitchen? And I get up, naked, throbbing yellow heart on, and I grab my Glock from under the mattress, and I tippy-toe into the kitchen to regulate. And there he is, goddamn Cookie Monster, halfway through my snatch of snickerdoodles. So I just raised the piece like this, just like this, and I says, bitch, you better get down on your hands and knees and clean this kitchen floor with your fuzzy blue face, or there's gonna be snickerdoodles oozing out a hole in your gut, and then who's gonna clean that up, huh, bitch? And you better believe that floor never looked so spick and span. Swear to Christ, though, this street's going to fucking hell. Hey, Sugar Tits, get in here. Get it. Sit up. Sit up. I'm ready for another drink, baby. And I'm also ready for my Braunschweiger and onions, okay? Get in the kitchen, start frying it up, all right? Yeah, and then after that, my Viagra's about to kick in. You and me, we're gonna knock hard. Yeah. It's beautiful. Ain't she beautiful? You know what? This is done. Get the fuck out of here. Interview's over.
Hi, I'm Steve Getling. I'm not only the creator of the Getling Tinsel String Feral Child Cage, I'm also a customer. That's right, my son Danny was around 9 when he started going feral. He was just too much for us to handle, always into everything, breaking our china, drawing on our walls, throwing screaming tantrums. We tried everything, hitting him, depriving him of food, harnesses, but nothing worked. That's when I came up with the idea for the Getling Steel Child Cage, and boy, did it work great. We put Danny in there on his 10th birthday, and he's been there ever since. He's 23 now, and I sleep well at night knowing that my original high-quality tensile-strength steel cage will hold him for at least another 13 years. So if you have a feral child, a dog boy, a halfling, or even a wolf child, don't skimp on a cheaper cage and live to regret it. Buy Getling. Buy peace of mind. Down, boy! Down! 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 Down, Danny! Down!
Hot pocket, Danny!
Getling. When it comes to problem children, we put that problem in a cage. Order now and get this zipline run harness at no extra charge. Allow 8 to 20 weeks for delivery.
Infected.
And welcome back to Infected. First off, we'd like to thank our longtime sponsor, GoDaddy.com, for their continued support. Clearly, they've never taken the time to watch the show. But regardless, for all of your web hosting needs, they are the people you want to be backing up your website, and you can get fabulous savings. All you got to do is enter in the promo code JOEY. Joey. And you'll get amazing savings from our sponsor, GoDaddy.com.
That's GoDaddy.com.
That's right. Now then, if you are a long-time watcher of the show, you know that one of our favorite guests to have on here is the inventor of the immortality rings, Alex Chui, from AlexChui.com, of course. Now, we were trying to figure out more ways to have Alex on the show. You know, he's an inventor and everything, but doesn't invent something every day. So we can't have him on every day. So we came up with something. We decided to make Alex Chui our official movie reviewer.
He's got a great and nimble mind.
He does. So we're going to give that a shot for the first time tonight with a new segment that we call Chew on Film. Alex, are you with us?
Hey, what's up?
How are you? How you been, Alex?
Yeah, everything's okay?
Yeah, you still selling a lot of immortality rings?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah? And you're still selling the gorgeous pill, the pill that makes you look like a supermodel?
Oh, yeah, of course.
Yeah, and now you actually do have sort of another new invention called, what is it, the Super Chi Flush?
Oh, yeah, that's right.
And this will heal anything, right?
It dissolves scar tissues.
It dissolves scar tissue.
Huh.
Anywhere in the body?
Yeah, should be, theoretically speaking.
What about on your heart?
Yeah, will it heal a broken heart, Alex?
No. What was that?
Will it heal my broken heart?
Oh, that's a little
Oh, you
hard.
think that's funny? You think that's funny, Alex, that I've been abused by a woman, do you? Oh, yeah, it's real funny, mister.
It
I
is
made
funny,
$1 million selling immortality rings on the internet. But that's not what we're here to talk about tonight, Alex. We're here to talk about film. And I couldn't think of anyone better to be our movie critic than Alex Chui. So, you are going to review a movie for us tonight, and that movie is what?
Superman Returns.
Superman Returns.
Did you see a lot of movies, Alex?
Clearly not. He's reviewing Superman Returns. Is that the last movie you saw?
Yeah, kind of.
That came out last year.
Yeah,
Alex.
right now it's only March.
I didn't mean to sidetrack you. Go ahead.
So, what do you think? What do you think of Superman Returns?
I think it sucks.
Why did it suck?
Oh, because, I don't know, it's just a movie, I don't like the editing. I didn't understand the first part.
Superman Returns was all over your head?
It's like the Superman Return all of a sudden, and then they played that scene when he was young. When he was young, he was all jumping around the field, all flying.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, it's like, and then back to the Lois Lane part. Lois Lane already have a baby and already married. It's like,
Well, he was returning.
the plot is so messed up.
Yeah, I can see how that might be confusing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very confusing.
Yeah. What did you think of Brandon Routh as Superman?
He had a huge package, didn't he, Alex?
How about me with Superman? How about me and Superman?
You?
We're just every day. Yeah, I should go play Superman.
You're already a superhero, though. You're Alex Chui, the man who's going to live forever.
You know, I'm thinking, man, they got so many Supermans. You know, they got this guy on TV and this and the guy on wheelchair. Why don't they have a Chinese guy as Superman?
Well, you could have saved Christopher Reeve, couldn't you, Alex? You just chose not to, so you could be Superman, right?
That's a good point, Alex. Could your inventions have healed Christopher Reeve?
He saw my dark side. That's the reason why they healed that guy. That's right.
Wait, you didn't heal Christopher Reeve on purpose?
Oh yeah, so I could be Superman one day. Well, I don't know. I don't know about now. They chose a different guy, so.
What do you think about Lois Lane there, Alex?
Yeah, Kate Bosworth is Lois Lane. How about her?
Huh?
Hot. She is hot.
Yeah, she is hot.
Yeah, the other day I went to the strip club. I saw a girl look just like her, man.
What? What strip club was that? They got someone dancing look like Kate Bosworth.
Oh yeah.
Did you get a lap dance from her?
This girl looked just like her. I forgot what her name is, though.
Did you ask her out on a date, Alex?
Huh?
Did you ask her out on a date?
Oh, no. She just gave me all sorts of services, but I forgot what her name is.
All sorts of services?
Did she maybe give you a hand job or something?
No, nothing like that.
When you get a hand job from a hooker, do you have the hooker put on the immortality rings first?
No.
What's the last hand job from a hooker you got, Alex?
Hand job from a hooker?
Yeah.
When's the last one you got?
Oh, that's weak, man.
Huh?
Last week, he says. He is making good money from those things. All right, finally, Kevin Spacey is Lex Luthor. What do you think of him?
Oh, Kevin Spacey?
Yeah, he played Lex Luthor.
The bald guy.
He's okay.
He's all right.
Yeah, but he kept on reminding me of the guy Beyond the Sea. Beyond the Sea? You know that guy? Kept on reminding me of that guy.
What guy? I don't know what you're talking about.
Under the Sea?
He was on that movie. I forgot what his name is.
I don't know. I'm a little lost there.
I'm a little lost. Apparently,
I can't see how you got confused in that movie.
Well, apparently it's over my head, too, because I don't know the Under the Sea part. But, Alex, all right, we got to run here. But on your scale of 1 to 5 immortality rings, how many immortality rings would you give Superman Returns?
I give him 2.
2 immortality rings for Superman Returns. That's
To wear 2 of them anyway, in order for it to work.
What'd you think, real quick, what'd you think of the updated costume there? The new Superman look?
Oh, the plastic suit?
Yeah, and he had kind of the muted red instead of that real deep, the crimson red. What'd you think of that, Alex?
I still like the underwear better.
Yeah, me too, man.
all right. We gotta get going.
Me too,
Now, Alex, you should be on that show, Heroes. You know that show on NBC? You should be one of those heroes.
Heroes.
Yeah, hey, if you had a superpower, what would Alex Chui's superpower be? Besides being able to live forever,
Yeah.
what would it be?
Huh?
What would your superpower be?
Oh, if I choose to have superpower,
Yeah.
I don't know. It's if I could,
Invisible?
I don't know if I could go to a strip club and have them do things for me for free.
There you go.
There you go, everyone. That's Alex Chui. He is the inventor of the immortality rings. You can buy those immortality rings at alexchew.com.
Superman
That's
2
hard to
is...
spell. Remember, it's live forever now.
Superman Returns has been in the DVD store for a few months now, so you can go ahead and get that.
Alex, next time I want a little bit more of a current movie that you can review, okay?
No problem.
We're gonna send you to one.
Bye, Alex. We'll send you a free movie ticket. Thank you very much.
Zaijian.
Bye. There he is, everyone. Alex Chui. That went astonishingly well, I thought.
Yeah, Alex is...
It really went well. In fact, if Ebert doesn't get better...
No longer on the line.
Alex is gone.
If Ebert doesn't get better, and by the way, it's his own damn fault if he doesn't get better for not wearing Alex's immortality rings, then Alex should be on that show.
Alex.
At the movies with Alex Chui and Rob Roper. Or
He's got the
Richard Roper.
He's got the astute mind of a critic. Very complex thoughts and.
Anyway, before we take a break, what do you say we check in one more time with our Joey Cam? Speaking of superpowers, let's check in with our Joey Cam. Let me just type in the IP address here so we can get the feed. Okay, and it is Joey. We got it there. And it appears that Joey is still in the drugstore. He's still... oh, Jesus. He's going for the Preparation H hemorrhoid ointment.
That little bird, he's a straight little bird.
Apparently, all those ass danglers of his caused some inflammation.
Who knows?
Yeah.
He's probably trying to build a bomb with that shit or something. You don't even know what the fuck he's doing. Joey don't even... You don't even know, man. What the... That's just too weird.
That's got to cost a lot of money, all that Preparation H.
Who knows? He's probably stealing it.
Anyway, this Joey Cam is getting more and more unsettling. I don't know. I'm not sure this is a good idea. I don't think...
It's like setting a blind for a wild tiger or something. You get to see him in his natural environment when he's just... he doesn't know that anybody's looking at him, and he's just doing his own little weird bird thing, you know? He's like, God damn.
Yeah, well, I'm going to go dry heave now after seeing that, and we'll be right back after this word from our sponsor.
Dart him! Dart him! Get the freaking dart in him now! Now! That was a close one. Hi, I'm Steve Getling, inventor of the Getling Tinsel String Child Cage. Kids, they can be really cute, but when they act up, they can also take you to the darkest corner of hell. That's when you need the Getling Tinsel String Child Cage. Just put them inside and throw away the key. In 8 years of customer service, we've never had a child escape. And that includes countless feral children, wolf children, and even a few halflings. So when your child needs caging, go with the best. Getling. When it comes to problem children, we put that problem in a cage. Order now and get the Zip Run Line harness at no extra charge. Allow 8 to 20 weeks for delivery.
Infected.
God damn, I love the open road. I love getting out on that slab of blacktop and just going someplace. It don't even matter where. Out here, nothing can touch me, man. Out here, I'm my own boss. Out here, my mind is free to roam. Fuck, man, I forgot to get wiper fluid. These dead bugs are enough to make Gator want to chew through concrete. All over the damn windshield. I wonder what they think just before they hit the glass. Shit, I remember that night driving out near Sparks, Nevada, when all the jackrabbits came up to the road at night to sit on the warm blacktop because it was cold out there in the desert. It was like I was driving my truck and I couldn't stop and I had to keep going, but the road was just covered with rabbits for miles on end. It was like driving through a fucking pumpkin patch, except they were rabbits, hundreds of them. After a mile or so, my truck was slaked in gore. I couldn't just stop, so I just kept on. It was like It's like all night. Whoa, 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 whoa. Rabbits on my bumper. I had to drive that truck into a river and buy a new one. Some nights I can still hear those little fuckers. Just screaming.
Wow, man, that was... Gator, you just passed gas, man. We just come back from that horrifying story about you. I'm expected to console you. I'm expected to console you about all this image in your head about the rabbits and everything, and you just rip ass right in the middle of my kitchen where I cook my food.
How you like that?
I don't know. I'm just glad that I set up that camera in your truck that records not only your image but also your thoughts. I thought that was pretty clever of me.
Yeah.
That I did that.
I don't know how that worked exactly, but that was what I was thinking. Lo and behold.
All right, you know what I want to find out what they're thinking right now is our entertainment reporter, Johnny O'Banion.
Yeah.
With a little segment that he does for us often on this show called View from the Canyon. Johnny.
And welcome to View from the Canyon with Johnny O'Banion.
This is Johnny O'Banion coming to you live at the tippity top of lovely Laurel Canyon, Los Angeles, California, with all the entertainment news you need to know. First off, news flash! Everybody wants to know what today's Hollywood hot trotters are spinning on the old turntable. What gets them off in terms of the groove? What kind of music are they listening to? Do they dig it? How do they swing? Baby, I'm here to tell you, Johnny O'Banion knows the tunage. All right, so let's get started. First off, who is your tip-top celebrity when you think of music? Perhaps the guy from Friends who played Joey. I don't know his name. I don't need to know his name. He's a has-been, baby. Maybe you think of, I don't know, Jim Gaffigan, the guy who played the guy who drove around with a monkey named BJ in BJ and the Bear. Remember that? It was from the 70s. It was a trucker show. Hey, let's get started. All right, pick a celebrity, any celebrity. What are they going to be listening to? It doesn't matter who they are. It doesn't matter how famous or successful they are. Everybody likes to have a good time at night. And that means an enchanted evening. I don't know if you can see this, but here's a young man and a young lady sitting before a roaring fire. And, well, it seems very, very clear to me that they're about to have sex like bear cats and mountain lions snuggled up together in the middle of a volcano. Yes, and she's got very tight pants on, and he's got some sort of lumberjack get-up, and very, very gelled up hair. That's a guy that looks like he's gonna be doing some fucking. All right, let's move right along. Now, of course, if you want to get crazy in the canyon, you're going to have to call up my old friend, Paul Anka. Yes, Paul Anka really has it going on. From the shirt to the necklace to the weird hair to that smug little fuckface weasel expression he's got on there. Hey, I love Paul Anka, and there's nothing more I like than putting on a Paul Anka record, doing some Benzedrine and a couple shots of Yehu, maybe some tequila shots, and just seeing what the fuck I feel like doing. Could be anything. Maybe I'll boost a car. Maybe I'll break into my neighbor's house and eat a chicken. Maybe I'll go buy some Mexicans. And I don't mean like a product. I mean actual Mexicans. You could do that in Los Angeles. I'm just kidding. But you can. Next, after some Anka, I'm feeling fairly primitive and passionate, if you know what I mean. And this music always gets me in gear. Primitive and Passionate by the old Les Baxter. Now, this is issued on the Reprise label, a very respected label here in Laurel Canyon, because it was also the label of such folk music luminaries as David Crosby and also others. Actually, I'm not sure if David Crosby was on Reprise. I'm just making that up. But that's Cheeto Rivera, baby! All right, what's after that? After I've become primitive and passionate with various ladies of the canyon, well, sometimes Johnny gets the blues. That's when I put on B.J. Thomas. Sings for lovers and losers. This thing will cure even a heart that's been shattered into a million pieces of broken glass, thrown into a bag, driven over by 18 people, and then had the bag of broken heart, shard, glass pieces thrown into a lake. A lake that's full of, I don't know, death fish. Radioactive, carbon-based death fish with razor-sharp teeth that are gonna chew those broken bits of glass, even to smaller bits of glass, and then eat them and swallow them, and then shit them out. And then that will become mud on the bottom of the death lake. And then perhaps the death lake will be set on fire. But you put on B.J. Thomas, Things for Lovers and Losers, you don't need to worry about all that blues. Because guess what? This sad sack is the saddest fucking sack of all of them. And this guy, you know, you're never gonna be as low down and pathetic as this idiot. So, moving right along, that one wasn't that funny. I know that. But after I listen to B.J. Thomas, sometimes I ride the night train. Enough said, baby. If you know what the night train is, you've ridden the night train, and maybe you saw me right up front with the engineer, baby. Now, after I'm done riding that night train, I get my anger on. I get all crazy. That's when I put on gunfighter ballads. Ooh! I sit up in the canyon sometimes many a night, and I listen to my gunfighter ballads just like this. Marty Roberts. Perhaps you're familiar with the song, The Strawberry Roan. Well, that's pretty safe territory. I much prefer Big Iron, Cool Water, Billy the Kid, 160 Acres of Death. Oh, it's fantastic stuff. And of course, the piece de resistance. After a full fortnight or two of revelry in the canyon, I basically become a wolf. And this was put out by my good friend, Robert Redford, who is also a friend of the wolf, and a friend of Johnny O'Banion. We like to listen to the language and music of the wolves. It's narrated by my good friend Robert Redford. It's fantastic. It features sounds of the wolf first growls of wolf pups inside the den, pup howls, barking, series of 3 adjacent single howls, comparative difference in howls, single howls joined to give illusion of pack howl, combined sounds of the wolf, distant and close-up howling ending in group howl, series of group howls, joint group howl, and more. It's really a fantastic record if you like to hear the howls of the wolf, and you like to hear the relaxing timbre of the voice of Robert Redford. Anyway, that's all I've got for you today. That was View from the Canyon. I am Johnny O'Banion. Thanks for listening.
Thank you, Johnny. Enlightening as always. Woo. We're very lucky to have a true veteran like Johnny O'Banion here on the Sargecast, are we not?
He's a workhorse, man. He's fun.
Well, this is kind of a it's like People Magazine, this show. I mean, we've got the entertainment report from Johnny O'Banion. We had the movie review from Alex Chui.
Astute
movie
coverage.
Very good. Yeah, he's a real deeply probing movie critic.
Yeah.
Now we're going to do a little something about music. My man in Gainesville, Ricky Kang, you know him as a self-defense expert, but he's also a partier.
He plays in a band. He knows a lot about. He loves music. I think
he just kicks a lot of ass. And you may remember last week he started his top 5 albums of all time countdown. So this week we're going to go to number 4. So here he is from his compound in Gainesville, Ricky Kang, with number 4 on his list of all time albums. Ricky.
That's fucking Skinny in his ultralight, man. That motherfucker built that with his bare hands. Hey y'all, what's up? Ricky Kang here. I'm down on the compound in Gainesville, Quasi Toto. You know, I've been counting down my top 5 albums of all time, and I'm right now I'm at number 4. And this one's easy, man. Flat out, Molly Hatchet, Molly Hatchet. You know, this is fucking outlaw music, man. You know what I'm talking about. Actually, back in 1977, I used to hang out with the guitarist for that band, Molly Hatchet, Dwayne Rowland. I actually lived in the back of his van for like 6 months, and to repay him, to pay him back for letting me do that, I helped him write the first song on this album. Ricky Kang wrote this verse. My horse is kicking dust up off the trail. I'm just getting back from a trip to hell. My 6 gun is strapped by my side, and thunder is a horse I ride. Now, man, need I say the fuck more? Y'all know what I said. Number 4, Molly Hatchet, Molly Hatchet. I'll be coming at you number 3 next, man. Ricky Kang, party on Quasi Toto, boy.
Thank you very much, Ricky Kang. He's far more complex than meets the eye, really.
He's a renaissance man.
He is.
Really.
He's got the hands of a killer, but the soul of an artist. And that's why he's my friend.
He's a beautiful man. I've been astounded by his knowledge of music, really. It's beautiful.
He's got a lot of the same taste as the Gator. It's kind of funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like the Gator, too.
Shut up, Dave Chung. Run camera. Press the red button, and that's all you're paid for.
Oh, sorry.
All right. At the risk of, again, turning stomachs and losing more of our already paltry audience, let's check in one more time with our Joey cam, the little camera that I've installed in Joey's glasses. Here it is, my former sidekick.
See what Joey's up to.
Joey is still in the drugstore, and
what's he doing in there?
he's going for the Depends.
He's been in there for hours.
The danglers must be dropping from his ass like acorns in the autumn.
I bet he wants to drive cross country and kill somebody, so he's
It's
going to
just
put on
awful.
those diapers like that,
Good
like
Lord.
that astronaut from NASA.
I bet Joey wanted to go to space camp at least.
Well, I bet
Parents didn't love enough to send him there, but I bet he wanted to
he's
go.
going for the big Depends, like. You're gonna get in that filthy little car and drive to Gaines, drive down to Tampa or wherever those astronauts are and kill somebody. Or maybe he just wants to shit in his pants. I don't know.
And really, who does it?
Who knows about what?
Who the hell does it? Hey everyone, that's all the time we got for this edition of Infected. I'd like to thank our guest, Alex Chui, for being here on the Sargecast.
We really elevated this show, didn't we?
We really did.
Let's take it a little further up and tell us a story.
I'm feeling a little nauseous.
Come on
from
now,
the
we can't
Joey
end it
kick.
with that kind of downer, man.
I don't know if I'm up for it.
Tell us something to inspire us, Martin. Do it now. Come on.
All right, one short story before we go to bed. This is the story of Gwen, the girl who loved Linux. Once upon a time, there was a girl named Gwen. Unlike all the other girls in her class who loved shopping, listening to Britney Spears, and swooning over Dr. McDreamy on Grey's Anatomy, Gwen was really into the open source operating system Linux. She thought it was far superior to that buggy, security risk-plagued OS Windows that all the other sheep in her class used, and Gwen was even quite active in helping to develop the new kernel. She loved Linux. So one weekend, Gwen convinced her parents to let her attend the Linux Developers Conference. She was so excited to finally have a chance to meet people like herself, people who were interested in more than clothes and the latest albums and hooking up with the right boy. But as soon as she walked into that conference, she was swarmed by dozens of overweight, stinky guys, many of whom wore fedoras over their long, greasy hair. And for some reason, despite their white trunk-like legs, they all wore jean shorts and Teva sandals with white socks. One after another, they tried to get Gwen to go out with them with awful pickup lines like, "Baby, you are so fine, you turn my software into hardware," and "You can put a Trojan on my hard drive anytime." Gwen was so turned off, she ran out of the developers conference sobbing and made it home just in time to watch Grey's Anatomy. The end.
I like it. It's kind of like a coming-of-age story for Gwen.
I think she realized a lot about her fellow human beings.
She learned a lot about
Fucking
what she wanted in life.
Well, that really is all the time that we got for this edition of Infected. I'd like to thank our new film critic, Alex Chui, in his new segment, Chew on Film.
Nimble
and
mind.
our music reviewer, Ricky Kang. Next time we'll find out what his number 3 album is. For the Gator, this is Martin Sargent reminding you, don't get ripped by the Riptide. We'll see you at the bar.
You've been listening to Infected and watching Infected too. If you're still listening or watching, you're definitely infected. And maybe you'll be laying at home alone in your dark room and you'll be thinking about what you just heard. And meanwhile, Joey will be wearing his Depends, driving cross country, coming for you, far away. And he'll just be shitting and pissing on himself so he can get there sooner. So enjoy your time right now. Enjoy being infected. Enjoy laying there in the dark, because any time now, the bird-like Joey man is going to stand at the foot of your bed, perhaps wearing like a pirate's mask or something like that. And he's going to look at you with his bird-like hammering heart, and that would be the last thing you'll ever know. You're infected.
Infected is written by Martin Sargent, Jay Speiden, and Stewart Engesser. Camera and audio by Dave Chung and Han Choi. Edited by Glenn Mekalos. Music composed by Kevin MacLeod. For more, go to sargeworld.com and join us on MySpace at myspace.com/infected. by Martin Sargent.
We still miss you, Joey! Joey!
Don't forget to take the survey at revision3.com/survey. Unlike in American presidential politics, your vote actually counts. Thank you.